So, welcome everyone to No One Daily Bitcoin Pod. Happy Sunday Fun Day. I'll be preaching the Holy Gospel of Satoshi for the next couple of hours. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as well as breaking news. Michael Saylor just announced that strategy. We'll buy more Bitcoin. That's right. According to the Saylor tracker, as well as Senator Lummis says buying 1 million Bitcoin and holding it for 20 years will halve the U.S. government debt. We'll also be discussing Bitcoiners were first to realize that the U.S. economic data was wrong, according to Pompliano. We'll also be discussing Trump exempts select tech products from tariffs. Will this benefit crypto? We'll also be discussing BlackRock CEO Larry Fink updates the macro outlook, says that mega trends are still underway amid the reorientation of the U.S. economy. We'll also be discussing the Bitcoin Standard author to develop Austrian economics curriculum in the UK schools. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. While Saylor accumulates an unparalleled and unchallenged Bitcoin position, MicroStrategy becomes the global reserve bank. Unless the US or some other country steps up, Saylor will essentially rule the world. And he's proposing for the US government to buy 1 to 5 million BTC, right in alignment with the Giga Chad, Michael Saylor. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this plus so much more in today's live stream. And hopefully we're streaming live this time. We'll give it a go. Let me know if you guys can see me on X. Hopefully we are. I just tried previously and for some reason we weren't, so I had to reset the stream. Hence, this is round 2, boys and gals, and we are live this time. So my guess is I forgot to select X, and I'll take all the blame on that one. But happy 420. At least we got to kick the stream off at a very advantageous time for the broskies. And I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream to the top of the X profile. Massive shout out, Max Keiser. Greatly appreciate all your content and all your support, especially your repost on the live streams. It's already pinned to the top. All comments and quotes to the live stream. Today I'm rocking the teal shirt with the camo CNA cap. Make sure to drop a comment, say hello. This is live and interactive. You guys already know. JV, do you think this whole BRICS thing, will other countries looking to adopt Russia, China, or Brazil, will be another reason for the US dollar to depreciate? Yeah, it's one of many reasons why the dollar will continue to depreciate. The main reason is due to the money printer go brr. The more dollars you print out of thin air, the less valuable the currency will become. No different than Ethereum. What's happening with Ethereum? Its dominance is at like a 5-year low. Why? Well, they can just print it out of thin air, and there's no max supply. It's unlimited, infinity. No different than the US dollar, only it's digital, interestingly enough. Yeah, welcome everyone to the live stream. Happy Sunday Fun Day. I'm going to be preaching the Holy Gospel of Satoshi for the next couple of hours. And yes, I'm heavily caffeinated today. I got caffeine in my canteen. I'll be stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. And now the biddy has set me free. Good afternoon, Pam Powers, and welcome everyone joining. What it do? I'm glad to see we're streaming. We do have a couple of brand new Chandy Jams we will be premiering exclusively later in the stream. So stick around and make sure you guys are following her on X, #1 Bitcoin music. Hands down, Chandy 10 music. Let's go. Let me go ahead and check the feed family. Again, all comments and quotes of the stream are going to get reposted. Please do that. Let's blow this stream up. And yes, we hit you with the theme music 20 minutes ago, and so this is playing the tail end of it. Bring it back, JV. Bring it back.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Shout out our Oracle and Chandy. You guys are the best. I always see you guys repost things way ahead of the curve before everyone else. So thank you so much. And shout out everyone for sharing the stream. I was commenting earlier on X, dedicated to JV and the Nibbinator, Diamond Slade. Hey, JV's on the caffeine. I got caffeine in my canteen. Stacking the BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. What it do? Crypto news is here. That's right. I can't find Chandy 10 music. Yes, currently her account has been removed from YouTube. I'll let her explain that if she chooses to, but you can still find her music over on X. So I encourage everyone, follow Chandy 10 Music on X. She has a bigger following on X than on YouTube anyways. So X is more of an important platform to please support her at. We appreciate that. Welcome, howdy, Dusty Hunt, and the rest of the fam. Already 300 people here streaming, living the biddy dream. Thanks again, Chandy, the best. Yes, we are live. And reminder, all comments and quotes of the live stream do get reposted. Shout out Catherine Weaver. Greatly appreciate you. I'm checking the feed now. Shout out Chris181. Just hit you with the repost, broski. Shout out Nippinator. We may receive another Nippinator indicator if we're lucky. Shout out Short Queen. Send a JV and a Nippinator. Thank you, Fairground. Reposted, brother. And who else? Am I leaving anyone out? Crypto Milo, best live Bitcoin news in town. Thank you. Much appreciated. And I'll be checking the feed throughout the stream. They pissed me off again for the insane shadow ban, and I deleted the account again. I'll put it back up soon. Yeah, so when they shadow ban you, it's not fun. That's for sure. So again, if you guys can support her on X, eventually she'll create a new YouTube channel and show her some love. Hit the likes, legends. It's free to do so. And speaking of hitting the likes, let's also hit the gong while the broskies hit the bong. We started the show today at 4:20. A bada boom, a bada Bitcoin. But anyways, just making sure we're good. Yep, we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Everything looks good, so we'll continue here. Plug into the Discord. Thank you, Streamlabs, for the reminder. It's discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, very important, smash the likes, go ahead, subscribe. We're the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, hands down. Then ring the bell, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. And to receive more Nippinator indicators, you can actually catch his tail right behind me. See if you can spot the nip like finding Waldo as a child. And if you can spot him, let us know. But anyways, today is August. I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm in August already. We're in April. It's April 13th, 2025, pod episode 1962. I'm your host, JV. Let's kick it off with the market watch as we do each and every day, broskies. As you can see on your screen, pretty little bitty, doing a little correction, but we're maintaining above 84,200 at the time of the live stream. Ether's maintaining above 1600. XRP up, actually not up, but down a little bit on the day, trading at $2.13 as the majority of the market is correcting. And in the red, like Fred the Raccoon, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Fred. And yeah, you know. But anyways, checking out the crypto market cap. Coin market cap, that is. We're currently with a 2.67 trillion market cap. The Biddy market cap is also 1.6 trillion. We got 75 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance, a little decline today at 62.7%. Ether dominance is at 7.3%, holding on for dear life. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. Helium, up 15%, Flare up 10%, XDC up 5%, and there's a crypto called Ohm Mantra that literally got wiped out 4 or 5 billion from the market cap. Let's see if it shows here. I'm not sure if it was a top 100. No, let's see if we can Google it, but I saw that in the news today. I think it's Ohm. Is that the one? Mantra. Yeah, check this out. It just crashed like billions of dollars. It's down 90% today. Look at that crash. So be careful with the shitcoinery, and I know you probably can't see this also great on your screen, but just trust me, it's down drastically. You literally just got wrecked. It's currently a 588 million market cap, and just the other day, or earlier today, it was billions. And also the max supply is infinity, no different than Ethereum and the US dollar. I mean, you can't make this ish up. And check it out, the crypto bubbles. We get a visual perspective on the daily. On the day here, you can see, unfortunately, 90% of the market wrecked, with ALM leading the pack, down billions of dollars in market cap, as I pointed out. For the weekly, fortunately, overall, we're in the green. And for the monthly, let's say 70-30 red over green. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're 45 fear, yesterday 43, last week at 34, last month is 27 and fear. And checking out the infamous time chain calendar. We're currently on block height number 892,259, and we have 157,741 blocks to the next halving of 2028. And you currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,184 sats. Pick up the stats, put down those gats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my man Sergio over at BitcoinCaps.net. And if you don't know, now you know, broskies. And there you have it. Pretty crazy with Alm getting wiped out. I'm not sure if they're what happened, but that's all I know. Interesting, right? Kick it, JV. I got you, big dog. Thanks, Shouty. Shouty. Hey now. Batum Bitty is a bangin'. A bada boom. A bada Bitcoin. Pretty much.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack. I'm stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the bitty like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the bitty like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold them, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the
Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bro? Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTCs like Satoshi in El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies. Nippinator. My dog, where my dog's out? We right here, dog. Just looked at the OMU chart. Ouch. Yeah, it got, I think it was like a 5 billion market cap. It was pretty, 90% wiped out just like that. I'm not sure what the news was that wiped it out, but that can happen to any altcoin at any time. So keep that in mind. So when Max preaches that it's all going to zero against Bitcoin, he's not bullshitting. It's all eventually going to zero against the king, the apex predator. You feel me? You are as young as you feel. Precisely. I'm practically a toddler. I go by 2 years too old or too young because I'm 2. That's how I feel. The more rug pulls people experience, the more they will learn to stack the Bitcoin. Let it be a lesson learned, because a lesson learned is a lesson earned. Couldn't agree more with that one. I wish I was 21. I'm 50. 21 forever. It's a blackjack fairy tale. So, but anyways, welcome everyone joining us. What to do? There's a live stream, tri-stream. It's Sunday Fun Day, preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. Next, we're going to dive into our TA, a.k.a. Astrology for the Broskies. So make some noise. I'm going to check the X feed again, and we'll continue with the news. Let me know if you guys watched the UFC fights last night. They were lit. That was definitely the best fight card of the year. Paddy Pimblett, complete domination over Chandler. I predicted it. I told you I was going with Paddy, and he literally destroyed Chandler, and that was a big upset as he was the underdog. It was a good fight. But anyways, in 19s, and of course, Volkanovski, I thought the young gun was going to win on that one. I thought Diego Lopez, but Volkanovski looked incredible, and took the strap for maintain the title there. I believe that was 145 weight class. 1967, you needed, how much is that? 80,000 to retire, be 2.2 something ounce of gold worth 7.5 million today. One Bitcoin is worth 7.5 million in 2045. Good point. Hodl thy Bitcoin, because 1 ounce of gold in 2045 will probably be worth 3,300, hitting a new all-time high 20 years from now. And Bitcoin will be like 20 million a coin, maybe 30, 40, 50, 100 million. There's really no telling, with the pretty little bitty going up forever, Laura, as the money printer continue to go brr. Brr. Happy days each and every day. Sunday, Monday, biddy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, biddy days. Thursday, Friday, biddy days. Friday, Saturday. You know the game. Just got back from the cave hike. Welcome back, brother. Soccer game again. Back-to-back domination. Shout out to the little one there, holding it down. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Let me check this X feed. Let's blow this mofo up. Let's go. Thank you, Captain Milo. All right, let's transition into our next story, family. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we'll do some TA today. As you can see in the markets, past few days have been bullish, finally getting a little correction today. Headline here reads, Bitcoin price tags 86 as Trump's tariff relief boost breakout odds. And again, I'll pull up the live charts here shortly. Bitcoin hit an 11-day high April 13th as the crypto market relief rally closely tracked U.S. financial policy changes. And here's the 1-hour chart. And again, I'll be pulling up the live chart shortly. Trading View showed Bitcoin reaching 86 for the first time since April 2nd. That's right. Bitcoin reacted well to the news of Trump deciding to exclude certain key products from his ongoing trade tariffs against China, which we'll dive into deeper later. Traditional markets are closed on the weekends, as you know, creating lower liquidity trading for the crypto markets and raising the chance for price volatility, with the Bitcoin subsequently dropping under 84 G's, baby. Quoting analyst Roman, call me crazy, but I don't think I'll trust this breakout on the biddy. Low volume, overbought, stochastic, and on the weekend. If we can remain over 84th on Monday, I'll look for the higher, but for now, this seems a little sketchy. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. Now, Dan Crypto Trades noted the ongoing interplay with the 200-day exponential moving average, which is currently sitting at 85, quoting them here. This is, however, still a weekend move. So far, and we know the next week will be a volatile again with the news regarding the tariffs and the first big tech earnings coming up. That's right. And here you're looking at the 1-day chart with the 200 exponential moving average. Now, well-known trader Peter described the rebound from the lows as looking more corrective than it does for the impulse. Popular trader Rec Capital, meanwhile, said that Bitcoin has closed the daily above the downtrend. However, Bitcoin has previously daily closed above the downtrend, but failed its retest, which you can see here in the red circles on the chart. Retest needs to be successful, and it is in progress. So there you go. Meanwhile, the RSI bullish divergence is still in play, as Rex shares here. Overall, throughout the cycle, Bitcoin has formed the bullish divergences like this on a few occasions already. Each bullish divergence preceded reversals to the upside. So if history is to rhyme, expect an incoming pumpity pump it up. Now, also breaking news, Sailor posted the infamous Sailor tracker today. As you can see, there's no tariffs on the orange dots. So you can anticipate a massive Bitcoin buy, as last week, for the first time in like 12 weeks, they didn't announce a buy. So maybe he's going to make up for lost time and there was a massive dip. So let's see. Maybe it'll be a multi-billion-dollar purchase for tomorrow. I'll keep you in the loop, obviously. And also, Senator Lummis says buying 1 million Bitcoin, which he proposes for the U.S. government, and holding it for 20 years will have the U.S. government debt, and I believe it's close to 37 trillion. So that's one of many ways to eliminate or reduce drastically the U.S. debt here. And with that being shared, let's pull up some of the live charts as I promised you guys, and then we'll continue with some of the headlines, some of the news, and all that good stuff. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Already over 700 people on today's live stream. I greatly appreciate y'all. So here we go. Yeah, let me pull up the charts here and switch the view for you guys. You should be able to see 10-minute chart via Coinbase, via Trading View. Not really much going on the 10 minutes. Let's work our way backwards, starting from the hourly. Hourly chart does show we are sending some. We do have a bull target sitting at 88, roughly a $5,000 or $4,500 pump from the current price action. We do have an orange bear scenario sitting at 73.5 on the hourly. Zooming out from there, we take a look at a 4-hour broskies, and as you can see, we had we've been trading within this rectangle range. We do have a rising wedge, obviously occurring from the local bottom of 74, which was achieved a few days ago. It's been bullish since then, but we do have 2 bear scenarios on the 4-hour, one sitting at 76 and another one at 73.5. Zooming out from there, taking a look at a daily, and we do get a weekly close in probably about an hour and a half, which is cool. We'll pull up the weekly next. Here you can see a rising wedge formation sensation on the daily, followed by a falling wedge. Bull scenario in the red, which would take us back to price discovery, sitting just shy of 112,000. Bear scenario, just shy of 69,000. And super bear, sitting at 49 G's, baby. And zooming out from the daily, taking a look at a weekly, And again, roughly 90 minutes, we'll get the weekly close. And it is going to be a green weekly close, which is nice considering past couple of weeks were bearish closes, as you can see with the red candles. And also silver lining, we have a cup and handle, very bullish target sitting at 124 Gs in play on the weekly. And zooming out from there, we'll take a look at a monthly as we're practically halfway through the month. Just about. And as you can see, past couple of months have been corrective, but who knows, we may form a green candle if we can continue the bullish momentum. For the rest of April, you let me know where you feel the pretty little bitty will likely fare from here. Do you think we're going up soon or going to retest those local lows of, what were we at, 74.5? Let me know your thoughts and I'll read them out loud. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Good to have you here on a Sunday fun day. Church is in session. Less than a week ago, the Mantra announced 108 million fund for RWA. Straight up rug pull to reel in the fish. Thank you for the insights. That might explain why they just got rug pulled. 90% of their market cap, literally billions wiped out in a flash. Any of you guys, were you hodling that crypto? If you were impacted by it, let me know. E-test, buy the physical Bitcoin for every share it sells to back it up. I want to see the Keiser candle. Speaking of the Keiser candle, of course, I'm going to be giving you the latest insights from the high priest of Bitcoin, the one and only Max Keiser. Keiser report time. And that's going to be fun, as it always is.
Bitcoin panda, you can't touch me with your shitcoin flow.
Like do you even Bitcoin, bruh? Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTCs like Satoshis in El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the biddy like Gohan, living in a hollow house, we're not the pawns. Let's biddy up, babe.
Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Hollow house strong,
Yeah, we built it this way, know when to hold 'em. Yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's ripping like a new Scottie Pippen.
Bitcoin's the new Scottie Pippen. We're ripping. You shorted OMU prior to it getting wiped out 90%? If so, good call, broski. Shout out Shinku Goiki. If I'm butchering that name, correct me. I'm just sounding it out like I would. But appreciate you guys tuned in. Let's go, Biddy. Biddy doing the damn thing. I might pull a hamstring because Biddy's doing its damn thing. You know what I mean? It's the champion. It's the champ king. You know how we do. But let me check the X feed again. Yes, it is a try stream. Over 800 people on right now. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Chandy. I see a ton of reposts and comments and quotes. Shout out to the Bitcoin Army. And speaking of the Bitcoin Army, we got a new track called Bitcoin Army. We will be premiering along with another track no one has ever heard before, which I'm excited to share later in the stream. Doing da doing doing. This feels right. So trippy. It feels wet. So drippy. I want to make you scream out my name. I want to make you feel the bang, bang. The bang, bang, bang. The doing, doing, doing. Yeah, man. Anyways, welcome those joining us. What to do? Let's check how many people we got on X. It looks like 20. We just started the stream 22 minutes ago. Not bad. 700 people already on X. Again, comments and quotes greatly appreciated. It costs nothing to hit that sexy repost button. I just hit a repost button. If you want to be like JV, hit the repost button. And literally, the majority of you watching this are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, so guess what? You're not like us. Unfortunately, you got to subscribe to be like us. You got to hit the repost. You want to be like us. Or you can do your own thing. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But anyways, 1962 episodes, JV. Thank you, Ashley. That's amazing. Soon, I know. I can't believe it. We're going to be soon on episode 2000. I don't know of any other Bitcoin podcast that consistent. If you know of any, let me know. But that means we've been doing the damn thing for literally 2,000 days consistently. Almost. We're getting there. Have you made plans for your episode? No, because it all depends upon the news from the previous 24 hours. So I can't project what I'm going to talk about on episode 2000 until episode 1999. I'll get an idea of what's in the headlines. And it's just the way it is. Yeah, I mean, but if I do something special, I'll announce it, of course. Like maybe I'll go visit Michael Saylor or something and crash his party. Hey, Michael Saylor, it's JV. Open the door. Bang, bang, bang. I put 40,000 in MSTY. I got MU dividend, 2,600 paid out. Bitcoiners need passive income. Holding Bitcoin for what does that say? Bitcoin forever is stupid strategy. You need to leverage it. Well, it depends upon your strategy, broski. I guess if you have no income coming in and you're dependent upon your Bitcoin and your Bitcoin sitting in cold storage and you're homeless, then you should probably think that one through. But to each their own. Some people have an income coming in and they just use Bitcoin as a savings. So it really depends upon your circumstances and your strategy, of course. There's no right way or wrong way to hodl Bitcoin as well. Just throwing that out there. Peasants buy and hodl, rich leverage and create more wealth. Orthodox boomer grandma, welcome to the live stream. Mike says, what about Jordan? What about him? You talking Mikey Jordan? If you leverage, you can lose. Yeah, it has some risk factors tied into it. So things can work the opposite way. Obviously, we all have our own risks we're willing to put up with. The least risky thing to do, which doesn't require any skill, you just hodl and you do nothing. You don't have to leverage it. You don't need to trade it. You don't need to do anything. You just hodl long enough. For example, if you've been hodling for the past 8 years, you're probably up roughly 50x on your investment, ballpark, just throwing it out there. And if you're up 50x, you may be able to retire based off of that 8-year hodl without any active, passive thing going on. But again, teach their own. Some of you guys time the market properly. If you got in March of 2020 and you just hodled for 1 year, you were up 10x because in March of 2021, Bitcoin went up 10x. If you got in 2017 early when it was trading at $1,000 and you hodled that 1 year to the end of 2017, Bitcoin was trading at 20,000. You could have went up 20x. So just giving you obviously some bullish scenarios, which are probably unlikely people to buy the bottom and, sell the top. But nonetheless, timing plays a factor. Luck plays a little bit of a factor. Circumstance plays a little bit of a factor. You know what I mean? Jordan Cameron, who's that? I never heard of him. Hodl, who's the Jordan Cameron guy? Are you telling me, is he a Bitcoin podcaster I've never heard of? 2,000 episodes deep? Interesting. 50x incoming? You damn right it's incoming. Solana's flipping bearish again. Who cares about Solana? You know what I mean? I care more about Ned Flanders than Salanders and salamanders. Nip likes to chase the salamanders. I have some Bitcoin in a wallet and some on leverage. I can say the leveraged amount is more stressful. Good point. Yes, you can retire. How you continue to keep the steady flow coming in. Peons don't know how to protect the wealth. They don't even know how to create the wealth, let alone protect it. You do make a good point. And protecting wealth is more difficult than acquiring it for the average person, and that's a fact. The patience, the sage-like patience it requires to have wealth, such as Bitcoin, and to not touch it, that's why most people are incapable of hodling long-term, and they feel they have to put it somewhere, collect a yield, and then they end up losing it all because they trusted FTX or Celsius. You just got to be careful. There's a lot of risk factors out there. I got in 2021, but it's all right. We're up almost 2.5x. Buy the biddy at 800, outperformed any stock I have had. That's what's up. His nickname is Jabba, and he eats stocks at the lows. So what are you trying to tell me, this guy? Is this a Bitcoiner or a stock guy? Or a combination of the two that made my eyes bleed on a Sunday? 1,000 people on the stream. I dig it. And I see I got a ton of notifications on X. Let me check the feed. All right. Chandy is on top of her A game. Fairground, cheers. Shared. Much appreciated. Max, cheers. Appreciate you. JC Ice baby. Din. We are live. It's a go. Just say no to the shitcoinery. Went to walk last night under the pink full moon, fell in the lake and lost my treasure. Oh no! Fax lost his treasure for the 19th time. Very unfortunate, brother. I'm very saddened. A very sad day in America. Shit, it's already almost the top of the hour. That's what I get for starting the second stream. Jeez Louise. I'm going to hit you guys up from the BTC News Alerts account, and then we'll continue, family. just reposting everyone. Again, comments and quotes are greatly appreciated. And my apologies. I know I started a live on YouTube and we had to end it prematurely because it wasn't live on X, and it kind of threw me off a little. And it's kind of interfering with our typical numbers we have. But still good. We still got 1,000 people here, so I can't complain. Yeah, I mean, but keep the comments flowing. My hodl is for my kids and grandkids. If I get to spend any of it, it's gravy, baby. I mean, you won't hodl forever, but at least to a point where you are totally financially set. Good point. And we all have our own goals. So just realistically, I guarantee you, some of you guys, if you had $1 million worth of Bitcoin, like for example, let's say you had 12 Bitcoin at today's prices, you're set. You would feel set for life. And then there's others where it's like $1 million. I can't even brush my teeth with that kind of money. You know what I mean? And you may say, hey, I'm not going to be able to retire until I got 10 million, especially with inflation sensation running rampant. And then there's people like Michael Saylor. Unless I have $1 trillion, I'm not living up to my highest and best use case here on the earth. Orange pilling the masses. And there's no right or wrong. We all have different lifestyle habits, different goals, and all that kind of stuff, right? And Jabba the Hutt, like in my opinion, $1 million is poor. I mean, there's levels of poor, but if you only had $1 million, you can buy a decent house, pretty much. Probably not going to change your wealth generations to come. You're more than likely going to spend it. And if you're lucky enough to save it for your next generation, they're more likely going to spend it. $1 million in 2025? I don't know. I don't consider that rich. But again, it's an opinion. Teach their own. If you've never had $10,000 in the bank and you got $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, you probably feel set for life, especially knowing it's going up forever lower and that you're not going to touch it. And God bless you if that's the case. So teach their own. I lost a Tangent card once. About gave me a heart attack. Good Lord. Trump means he will buy 51,000 of the biddy. 51 G's. Jabba was clever, suggesting 1/20th of the all-time high. Hit the likes legends. 100% 1 million now means nothing. You need at least 5. Agreed. I mean, this house I'm in is almost $1 million. I looked up. There's a same exact house, same model, same street, pending for 900,000. So it's like $1 million for a decent house nowadays. I mean, you want a fancy car, it's going to cost you $500,000 for Christ's sake. Shout out to the Oracle. I greatly appreciate the gifting of the memberships. She's amazing. This gong strike is for all the new members. Orthodox, Boomer, Grandma, Ricky Bobby, Pam Powers, Emilio, Bellomo, and Larry Lowe. This gong strike's for y'all. Millie ain't nothing. Like, real talk. It's something because you can turn $1 million into 10 million if you hodl. So it's a start. All my point is you're probably not going to retire and trade your $1 million worth of Bitcoin for fiat and be poor again. Probably not your smartest strategy. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. You understand? Yes, $1 million ain't nothing. Because here's the deal. If you're at 100,000, you're only a 10x away from being a millionaire. That's a fact. If you only have 10,000, the silver lining is you're only 10x away from becoming worth 100,000. And if you have $1 million, you're only 10x away from being worth 10 million. And if you're worth 10 million, you're only 10x away from being worth 100 million. And if you're worth 100 million, you're only 10x away from being a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, you're only 10x away from being worth 10 billion. If you're worth 10 billion, you're only 10x away from being worth 100 billion. And if you're worth 100 billion, you're only a 10x away from becoming a trillionaire. That's where Michael Saylor's at. Paying it forward. Thank you, Oracle. That's very kind of you. Let's continue with the bitty news. Next story of the day, broskies and baddies alike across the world. Wow, we got a lot to share, and it's right at the top of the hour. Here's the latest from Mr. Pompliano. We'll get to Keiser. You guys hold your horses. We will get to the maxi. But yeah, Bitcoiners were first to realize that the U.S. economic data was wrong. You're dead wrong. That's right. Quoting Pompliano here. Bitcoiners were the first large-scale group to recognize the economic data was wrong, and they figured out a way to financially capture the upside if they were right. Now, there were two things we were pretty much right about. Number one, the financial system, of course. We understand money, hence why we're Bitcoiners. We are also right for the most part, Bitcoiners were right about Novid. We knew it was a scam from day one. You didn't fool us a bit, lizard folk. But he also says the unspoken secret as to why so many finance folks are wrong in their analysis of the tariffs is because the finance folks believe the government data. And if you believe the government data, you're a part of the problem. If they lied to you about 9/11, if they lied to you about Novid, if they lied to you about the US dollar, if they lied to you about Bitcoin, what makes you think they're not lying to you about every facet of our lives? Just wanted to throw that out there, broskies. Amid the widespread uncertainty and the ongoing fears over the U.S. President Trump's imposed tariffs, Pompliano questioned the accuracy of the U.S. inflation figures. Well, of course you got to question the bullshit. Job numbers and GDP statistics. He added that eventually everyone else will realize the data is inaccurate. Now, if you're a Bitcoiner, you're not surprised because we all understand the suits are professional liars. And it comes after Pompliano pointed out that in March 20th, LinkedIn post U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's appearance of the All-In Pod where he asked directly if he trusted the data, and straight up, he said, no. You got to be stupid. You got to be retarded to trust the official data from the lizard folk. I just want to throw that out there, but quoting him here. Even the Treasury Secretary has now publicly acknowledged he doesn't believe the data. He says we must listen to the people rather than blindly follow the government. It's just like the alcohol industry telling you drinking a beer a day is healthy for your heart, or trying to claim that drinking a glass of wine every day will only make your heart stronger. These are bullshit studies funded by the alcohol companies, just like the cigarette companies like to fund their own studies. You get the point. You know what I mean? Big Pharma likes to put out the bullshit to get you addicted to the drugs so the doctors can get you addicted, reduce your life expectancy, and get rich in the process. That's how the lizard folk roll. But you guys know this, you're Bitcoiners. Concerns about the reliability of the U.S. economic data have been brewing for a while. As reported, new approaches are needed to ensure government statistics remain dependable. Read inflation, 50% lower than... So if the government tells me inflation is under control at under 2%, I just say 10x it. 20%, just based upon how often they lie to us and how inaccurate everything they tell us often is. But that's just me. Meanwhile, analysts recently pointed out that while the stock market was tanking April 4th amid the tariff uncertainty, pre-Lil Bitty didn't decline as much as expected. So also Arthur Hayes Just Blaze, former BitMEX CEO, said Bitcoin is entering what he calls the up-only mode. I call it God mode. Super Saiyan. Bitcoin Super Saiyan mode, for lack of a better term. But you guys let me know your thoughts. And shout out Pompliano. Obviously, he knows a thing about a thing or two. Just the fact you don't trust the government, we're on the right track, broskies. My daughter wants me to get her an apartment when she goes to college. I told her that I would help, but she needs to make it on her own way, too. Well, that's awesome. You're an incredible mother, first and foremost. And I don't know if you're referring to Amari, but shout out to your little one. That is where trading and compounding outperforms the HODL if capable. Word. Look at the shadow stats. That gives you the real numbers. Well, what are the real numbers with inflation? It all depends upon the metrics we're using to measure it. So if you're leaving out real estate, then you're not going to get an accurate number. What are we looking at? A can of beans? Coffee? Eggs? You know what I mean? What is the most common thing we need money for? Food, food, food. You take me to the grocery store and I will fill up my shopping cart for like $10,000. And yes, I'm exaggerating just a little bit. But at $10,000 to fill up a cart, it's just, you know what I mean? 0.1 Bitcoin to go shopping is not a good look. Inflationers. But hey, I don't care. Print the money. Let the inflation hit the roof. You know why? I'm a Bitcoiner. I don't care if we hyperinflate, because what's going to happen, Bitcoin will become that much more valuable, outpacing the hyperinflation of the dollar to give us back the gains we're losing. Because the only real losers are the people holding the fool's gold, which is gold, the poor man's Bitcoin or dollars. Those are the biggest losers. Bitcoiners are winners. We got winning in our DNA. It's impossible to lose when we're going up forever, Laura. Grow your own Bitcoin. The only non-GMO crop to exist nowadays. How long have the lizard folk suits been telling you that fluoride is great for your bones? It's good for your teeth. Now RFK is revealing the truth like we needed him to tell us that fluoride was poison. I'd known about that for about at least 20 years of my life. I even created a documentary on fluoride, which was actually my greatest achievement in YouTube. This was before I was a podcaster, but it got millions of views and then got shadow banned for teaching the truth. And I learned the hard way. The more truthful you are, the more likely you are to get shadow banned. Welcome to America. What happened to It got 90% of their market cap wiped out, like wop, mess them up. And that's supposed to be the peaceful crypto. I mean, it's supposed to be good vibes, not Wreck City. One of the best anime scenes ever. Gohan destroys Cell with the ghost of his dad, Goku helping him with the Kamehameha. That's what's up. Bitcoin Super Saiyan. Bitcoin Super Saiyans. Shadow stats say the consumer inflation is about 7.5%. At least that's more accurate. Nobody believes it's less than 2%. Nobody. Not even the artards. They're lying to us. Wearing a hat makes men bald? I don't agree with that. I have hair. I'm not bald. And I rock a hat practically every day of my life since a kid. Not every day, but not all day. I don't sleep with my hat on. But yeah, so I don't agree with that. But anyways, shit. Time's slipping through the cracks here. Next story of the day. I guess I'm in rant mode today, but let's discuss the Trump tariffs. Trump exempt select tech products from the tariffs. Interesting. Is this beneficial for the crypto? Well, let's find out. The Trumpster exempted an array of tech products, including smartphones, chips, computers. So I guess the things we need, right? Select electronics from reciprocal tariffs, giving the tech industry a much needed respite from the trade pressure. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, storage cards, modems, diodes, semiconductors, and other electronics were also excluded from the reciprocal trade tariffs. Large cap technology companies will ultimately come out ahead when this is all said and done, according to the BC letter. So I guess that's official right there. The tariff relief will take the pressure off the tech stocks, which were one of the biggest casualties of the trade war. Crypto markets are correlated with the tech stocks and could also rally as risk appetite increases on positive trade war headlines. Following the news of the tariff exemptions, the price of the preload biddy broke just 86,000 this morning, a signal that the crypto markets are already responding to the latest macroeconomic development. President Trumpster, or POTUS, walked back the sweeping tariff policies April 9th by initiating a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs and lowering tariff rates to 10% for countries that did not respond with the counter tariffs on the U.S. goods. Bitcoin, as a result, surged by 9%, and the S&P surged by 10% the same day Trump issued the tariff pause. Macroeconomic trader Raoul Pal said the tariff policies were a negotiation tool to establish a U.S.-China trade deal and characterized U.S. admin's trade rhetoric as posturing. Meanwhile, Max Keiser argued that exempting select tech products from import tariffs would not reduce bond yields or further the Trump admin's goal of lowering the interest rates. Now, all due respect to Max, we will be diving deeper into some of his more recent predictions regarding all of this, so stay tuned. Now, the yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond shot up to a local high of approximately 4.5% April 11th as bond investors reacted to the macroeconomic uncertainty of a protracted trade war. Quoting Keiser here, the concession just given to China for tech exports won't reverse the trend of rates going higher. Confidence in U.S. bonds and the U.S. dollar have been eroding for years and won't stop now. That's right, like a young Diddy in the 90s. Won't stop, can't stop. Bad boy for life. And there you have it. If you don't know, now you know, broskies. And shout out to the Nipinator. Be sure to smash those likes. Repost the stream for Nip. I mean, he lives for this. Translation, Trump covered some of his short. Probably so. My kids call me bored or bald. You've seen my hair? No way. Your own kids call you bald? Unacceptable. You know what you got to do? Bring back Shaolin horse dances. You know what I mean? Against the wall, squatted in a horse dance position, bifoot sow, Buddha hand, breathing for 10 minutes until the legs start to give out. I doubt they ever call you bald again. Shout out Nipinator. Look at that. Nipinator's back. Fantastic. This gong strike is for the Nipinator for keeping it 100 for so many years. He's here every day for us. Never missing. Nipinator. Mona. Nippinator's a grown-up. The infamous freeze frame strikes again. I was watching some of the Chinese friends who are trying to export from China and they can't. Many are canceling their orders because of the tariffs. Yeah, I mean, even in Trump's own store, they're at like one of his stores where you can buy all the Trump merch. I don't know if it was from one of his buildings, Trump Tower or whatever. But they showed like where things were made and everything was made in China or Indonesia. Like nothing is made in the U.S. at the Trump store. I found that kind of funny. Max knows when liquidity dries up, all boats sink, even the good ones. Bitcoin could be 50 G's easy. Oil has been negative 40 and it's oil. Word up. And again, welcome everyone. This is a tri-stream. Still got a lot to share. We're going to be discussing the latest from BlackRock, also the latest from Kiyosaki and the latest from Max Keiser here coming up. Thank you, Chandy. I'm checking the X feed again. Again, all comments and quotes of the live stream do get reposted in real time. So I'm reposting to the best of my abilities, trying to keep up. Blowing up the stream. We do have over 1,300 people here. It's a good start. Legistax. That's right. Leave your treasure at home. Never. How are you going to lose it if you leave it at home? I'm going to hit you guys from my secondary account. And just a reminder, tomorrow, Bukele meets with Trump. So the Bitcoin presidents do unite. This is going to be a pretty big deal. What do you think they're going to be discussing? Let me know your thoughts. I'll read them out loud, and we're going to continue with the news here as soon as I finish reposting everybody. All right, I think I got everyone. Beautiful. And thank you, JC Ice. I mean, I just got a notification that she liked 20 posts and reposted 20 posts. I mean, that's phenomenal. Thank you so much. You're the greatest. Much appreciated. And of course, Chandy, tons of comments and quotes. She gets, if there was an award I can give out, it'd obviously go to JC Ice and Chandy. They're the greatest. My husband has a full head of hair. Nice. Ever wonder what the world would be like if every country was for their own? I was born with the same hair I have today. Bald. Yeah. But anyways, let's continue with the news. Let me take a sip of this ginger. I need some ginger in my life. Hey, fam. Shout out Jay Coleman. What it do, broski? Next story of the day. The latest from Larry Finkster, discussing the mega trends. Headline reads, BlackRock CEO updates macro outlook, says the mega trends, not MAGA, mega, still underway amid reorientation of the U.S. economy. That's right. The largest asset management giant on this planet, BlackRock, says that despite the current market volatility and the uncertainty, the mega trends are driving the financial world and still intact. In a brand new interview on CNBC, Mr. Larry Fink says that the big trends like AI, data centers, and other cutting-edge tech plays are still valid. However, the Finkster said that some of those plays may be delayed or changed slightly due to the POTUS's tariffs and a likelihood of a recession. Quoting him here, I do believe that the mega trends are still with us, whether it's AI, data centers, infrastructure, the whole reorientation of our economy. So I think that the mega force trends are not going to change by what has happened. But maybe the execution of some of these trends may be delayed or may be pushed out longer. But I still remain to be optimistic over the long run. Yes, we have to recalibrate. And I do believe we are probably starting, or if not, in a recession. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. He goes on. Yes, I think the market is still underestimating how high inflation can get as you factor in all the tariffs, you factor in all these other issues. It is going to be quite additive. I read in a report that if you just take the tariffs and the cost of home building, the average new home could be up as much as 26%. True inflation. We already have a housing affordability problem. Yeah, of course, because the prices are insane. This is not a pandemic. This is not a financial crisis. This is something that we have created. The United States is post-World War II, was a global stabilizer. We are now the global stabilizer. If you don't know now, you know. And that's coming again from the CEO of the largest asset management company of the entire world that currently holds over 11 trillion worth of assets under management. Bye-bye, 86. Let's get back to the 90s already. I think it's funny how Trump is wrecking havoc on everything. Exactly. Fink is fudding again. I mean, that's what the Finksters do. They like prices low because they own everything. And naturally, they can buy more of everything at a low price. So it's like, if you had all the money in the Monopoly game, you're looking for more property to buy, no? So you can monopolize. And BlackRock's goal is to tokenize everything, if you haven't figured that out. Yeah, I mean, they're coming for everything. If there's an asset they want, they're coming for it, just like Bitcoin. There's a reason. Got to crack some eggs to make the omelets. You got to do what you got to do, bitty broskies. Was 3120? What was? What were we referring to there, Mikey Mike? BTCMA, 83, eh? Yeah, so where Fink says property prices up 25%, that's a true indicator of inflation because we all need a roof over our head to live, right? New mobile homes cost $350,000 to $400,000 on dirt. Jeez Louise. In Wyoming, anything decent with a shop is $1.4 million and up. So that's what I'm trying to say. $1 million equals poor with this crazy inflation. Hit the likes for the guy. Yeah, I'm the guy. Hit the likes for me, please. Otherwise, I may transition into a transgender. If I get no love. My breasts, I'll take the hormones if I have to. And maybe they'll unshadow ban me. And I'll be so back. We'll be at 100,000 subs this time next week. Oh my God. All right, we're going to transition into our next story. Don't worry, I'm not transitioning. Different type of transition. It was a joke. All right, Chandy, I see all the comments. Holy shit. Chandy defeated the Oracle with 27 reposts on the day. It's a friendly competition. Thank you, Chandy. Amazing. Godly, I shall say. That's a bitty shame, OG Facts. You got to start all over again, poor guy. If anyone can zap Facts some sats, he has to start building Bitcoin from scratch. Apparently lost it all in a boating accident in the river. Good Lord. It's a sad day, but it's okay. We'll survive. We shall survive. 100,000 is poor. 1 million is average. Well, let's just keep it real. To Michael Saylor, 100 million is poor. If you don't have at least $10 billion to Saylor, you're probably a poor person. You probably can't afford to go to the same restaurants as him. However, if you can hodl for the next 2,000 years, your stash will be equivalent to Saylor's. But you just got to figure out immortality. He gave us the recipe to economic immortality, which is Bitcoin. Now we just need the recipe for physical immortality. We understand the soul is forever, but we got to be reincarnated and see. So when you introduce 120, you guys are awesome. Anyways, next story of the day. This is regarding in the UK. Some promising news. Bitcoin Standard author, that's Saifedean Ammous, to develop Austrian economics curriculum for the UK school. And you should be able to see here on your screen. And like I said, we'll dive into our feature story next. I know we're running a bit behind today because we had to create a secondary stream. But anyways, Lomond School, a private institution in Scotland, will begin accepting Bitcoin for tuition payments and is collaborating with Bitcoin author Saifedean Ammous to introduce a new curriculum based upon the Bitcoin and Austrian economics. How many of you have read the infamous Bitcoin Standard Classic, which he authored? Let me know. It's considered the Bible for Bitcoin. Is developing an educational curriculum combining the principles of Bitcoin and Austrian economics. Quoting him here, I'm going to be working with the Lomond School to develop a curriculum for the Bitcoin and Austrian. Notice it's not at a public school, aka a government school, but it's at a private school. It's a good start. I mean, the UK really needs this for our youngsters, for Christ's sake. Didn't they ban the Tates in their country? Lomond School principal Claire Chisholm confirmed the collaboration April 12, writing that she was thrilled to be working with Dr. Ammous and appreciative of the positivity of the Bitcoin community. The news comes a day after the Lomond School announced it would accept Bitcoin for tuition payments. Smart. Starting for the autumn semester of 2025, becoming the first school in the United Kingdom to adopt Bitcoin payments. Now, we all know the Bitcoin Standard was the first big Bitcoin book published in 2018. Obviously, there were books that come before that, but this is, a classic one. I dare say everyone here has read it. Am I right or am I wrong? The book outlines the economic philosophy behind Bitcoin and contrasted with the fiat currency systems. It has sold more than 1 million copies and has been translated into 38 languages. That's pretty lit. Now, educational institutions around the world have increasingly embraced Bitcoin as both subject of economic study and a financial tool. New York University Stern School of Business launched the Law and Business of Bitcoin and Other Cryptos course all the way back in 2014, one of the first Bitcoin-specific courses offered in the United States. Also, Stanford University launched its Bitcoin and Cryptos course in 2015, focused on the technological and economic aspects of the Bitty. And then in February of this year, the University of Austin, Texas, announced launching the first of its kind Bitcoin investment fund of over $5 million as part of the institution's larger $200 million endowment fund. And if you don't know, now you know. 3 months before the University of Austin's announcement, a regulatory filing revealed Emory University accumulated over 15 million worth of Bitcoin via the Grayscale Spot Bitcoin ETF. So there you have it. Schools, even academia, is coming around. They want the pretty little bitty. They love what Bukele is doing with the school system, introducing the curriculum in El Salvador, Bitcoin country. We either educate our youth or we get left behind. Do we want to keep them the slave working race? Like currently, you go to school for freaking 20 years, you get an education that becomes practically worthless because now there's AI, and you go in more stupid than when you went in because now you're conditioned and brainwashed to just respect authority and not question anything. Good question, right? Question everything. I teach my little one, question everything. 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 Let me tell you something. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone. Shout out David Betts. I'm trying to figure out how low we go. Maybe the lows are in at 84. We're already a God candle from the bottom. We're already a God candle from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole crew freaking here. Stacking Bitty from the jump. Living at my mama's house. We argue every Monday. I was trying to stack the Bitty on my own. My mama calling me like, JV, where you at? I gave you the keys, told you bring it right back. I just think it's funny how it goes. Now I'm doing shows, 100 million in the rows. Hey, started from the bottom, now we here. Read your last comment. 1 second, because I got to pull it up on the app, and I'm in X right now reposting, but I'll get to it. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, Zach and Bitty. Because the fiat currency about to disappear. All right. Switch. Go back to the YouTube. Let's see what I missed. I got a round trip flight and a hotel for less than $700. Wow. Inflation is working for me, I guess. So you're referring obviously to the May event in, what's it called? In Vegas, right? Just to verify. Good stuff. So Oracle's officially going to be in Vegas. Chandy, I know you have tickets. Are you going to be in Vegas in May? And who else is going to be there? Just curious. Let me know. 80 low or 70 low, depends upon the market. Let me know if that was the comment you wanted me to read there, Oracle. 80 is the new low. 120 is the new 2. This is all by design. Indeed, indeed. I got to meet Oracle in Vegas. I just found out last night. You mean you get to meet Oracle in Vegas? Nice. Oh, awesome. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. Wowzers, Bowsers, Bowsers, Bowsers. But anyways, holy shit. It's already 5:16. You guys ready for me to jump into our feature story? Dissect the latest from the one and only High Priest. Smash the likes if you're ready. And thank you, Chandy. I'm trying to keep up with all your comments. It's amazing. You and Oracle outshining everybody here today. A bada boom. I bought a Bitcoin. We do got close to 1,600 people on the stream, over 1,300 people on the X. Almost a flawless victory. Can we get this to a blackjack? We're only 2 hearts away from a blackjack. We're only 3 reposts away from a blackjack, baby. I still need to get my car star to fly. What's a car star? Why do you need that to fly? What does that mean? Whoever spends money to go to all these Bitcoin events, and don't have at least 5 Bitcoin is dumb. That's not fair to say. You don't need 5 Bitcoin to go to an event. Come on now, broskies. So you're saying if your net worth is not $400,000 and you're investing $700 to attend an event, I disagree. Because one connection from one of these events or one speaker or just, I've been to so many events in my life, and some of them have been life transforming, and you can't put a price on it. But I understand what you're saying. You're ultimately saying, invest every dime into Bitcoin, forget about anything else in your life until you have at least 5 Bitcoin. But keep in mind, it can take somebody 20 years to accumulate 5 Bitcoin at these prices because not everyone's rich. I mean, so I disagree there, but I understand the point, right? I understand the point. But here's a different scenario. Let's say somebody only has 1 Bitcoin and they invest less than $1,000 to attend an event. But because they met Michael Saylor, it inspires them so much that by the time of the next event next year, they figure out a way to acquire 10 more Bitcoin. And if you never attended that event and got to meet Michael Saylor or see him speak or shake JV's hand at the event, you're not all in. You understand? Just throw in some wild scenarios out there. So I think attending events are important if you're jonesing for that. Like sometimes it's just important to meet somebody who thinks like you. Maybe it's just as important to meet someone in your life that is a fellow Bitcoiner because in your life, nobody believes in you and nobody believes in Bitcoin. That's a priceless feeling. And that's just one extreme example. But there's nothing wrong with going to events. It doesn't matter how much your net worth is to attend an event. You'll have people like Saylor worth billions, and you'll have people that use their last fucking $100 in their bank account to hop on that flight. And there's no wrong in that at all, in my opinion. If you can go to the event, get a whale pass, and maybe you can strike a valuable relationship. If YouTube, how do you get Chandy back on there? Chandy will eventually create a new account on YouTube, and I have no problem with YouTube chant. We've been shadow banned, both of us, for a very long time, and it's not easy to grow when you're shadow banned. Just buy, put your wages straight in. Sub JV, CNA fam, shout out Jim Halbert, Chronicles. Rather not meet people that thinks like me, teach their own, brother. Maybe you meet the love of your life. Like, how is Shortcoin going to finally meet Michael Saylor if she doesn't attend the event with Michael Saylor? How is Michael Saylor going to have a wife if you ladies don't introduce yourselves? Smash the likes for our boy. Thank you, Siamese Fighting Fishing. I met Coin Father from the chat here in Pacific Bay. Exactly. Like, there's a reason we go to events. There's a reason I had a 100K fiesta. It's because I finally got to meet Chandy. I finally got to meet Bring Facts. We finally got to link up. There's a reason I went to Max Keiser's event. I may not hold as much Bitcoin as Max and Stacy, but that's irrelevant. I made sure to be at their event, and I'll be at their event next year, regardless how much Bitcoin I have. Networking is key. That's my goal. Exactly. I met Saylor in Miami because of a conference. One of them ladies is going to roofie Saylor. Oh no, do not poison the GigaChad. Please, ladies, you're going to get life in prison. I'm warning you in advance. Unacceptable. You can't drug the GigaChad. Don't drug anyone, for Christ's sake. Don't even drug yourself. Step up and live a better life. Anyways, I know I'm ranting here. Let's continue with the news. Shout out one more time for Nippinator. You got to keep them nippinating. We have, looks like 1,600 people on the live stream. And now, are you guys ready? Let me know if you're ready. Ready. All right, fam. Now for our feature story of the day, the latest from Max Keiser, the high priest of Bitcoin. He says, now that Trump's tariff tantrum has proven a bust, it is time he plays the only card he has against China and Russia, which is for the U.S. to buy 1 to 5 million Bitcoin and dominate the internet of money. The window of opportunity is very short. So we have a very short window to take advantage of this or forever get left behind. And you can see here's the official tweet from Max. It already got over 1,600 likes and 159 reposts. I couldn't agree more. And this is right in alignment with what Michael Saylor was proposing for Trump at the recent Crypto White House Summit. He was proposing for Trump and the U.S. to purchase up to 5 million Bitcoin, which would theoretically be around 25% of the total supply. 5 million Bitcoin so that the U.S. can maintain its dominance, because he's ultimately saying there's only enough room for one superpower, one big country of the world to claim pole position, being a leader, hodler of Bitcoin, because there's only so much Bitcoin to go around. So, for example, if the U.S. was to actually do this and maintain their dominance as the superpower of the world, Russia won't be able to do it. China won't be able to do it. But if they don't take that first mover's advantage and do something quick with our strategic Bitcoin reserve, we may get left behind to the likes of China and Russia, who are allegedly working on a gold-backed stablecoin, according to Max Keiser. And we broke that down last week in the podcast. He also recently tweeted and reminds us that everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. So while Saylor accumulates an unparalleled and unchallenged Bitcoin position, MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy B, becomes the global reserve bank. Unless the U.S. or some other country steps up, Michael Saylor will essentially rule the world. It's going up forever, Laura. And if you don't know, now you know. And there was another headline recently with Max suggesting U.S. buy up to 1 million, or up to now 5 million, 1 to 5 million Bitcoin for us in order to maintain our dominance, and I'll dive into that. But first, I also want to point out a recent tweet from Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. He says, please listen to gold, silver, and Bitcoin. What are they telling you? Gold is at an all-time high. Demand for silver is exploding, and the pretty little bitty is roaring. Are you listening? Repeating myself, I warned of the biggest stock and bond market crash in history was coming in my previous books. Rich Dad's Prophecy, Who Stole My Pension, Fake, etc. The giant crash has arrived. The corrupt and crooked U.S. dollar is being wiped out. Savers of stocks, bonds, ETFs, and mutual funds are being wiped out. Their wealth stolen by a sinister global banking cartel known as the central banks, led by the Bank of the International Settlements, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, the European Central Bank, and the U.S. is known as the Fed. Aren't you fed up? I like that play on words. Please take care. It's not too late. Those who take action and acquire real gold, which means not derivatives or paper gold like Peter Schiff's stacks. Silver and Bitcoin may come out of this premeditated disaster, the new rich and the new leaders of the world. What are you going to do? Go back to college, eat another degree, get deeper in debt with more student loans, and learn nothing about money, much less learn nothing about the real world of money. I love that rant there. Shout out to Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. Let's also actually visit Keiser's X feed. And if you're not following Max and Stacy on X, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I also strongly encourage you to visit Max and Stacy Golf. Of course, Toxic Max Keiser for the classics. And of course, the infamous Huddle House Studio. And the new account, Coco Max Country, the official drink that made El Salvador famous. And if you don't know, now you know. I've actually sipped on a couple of Coco Maxes, and they are my favorite drink when I'm out in Bitcoin country. Can't wait to revisit again. Perfect conditions for the Bitcoin. Quoting Ray Dalio, he says, I am worried about something worse than a recession. We have something that is much more profound. We have a breaking down of the monetary order, the collapse of the U.S. dollar. Preach. Now, Stacy points out regarding that coin that just crashed 90%, shedding $4.5 billion in market cap. She wrote, this was number one RWA chain by market cap. The devs just rugged from $6.5 billion financial market cap to $1.2 billion in an instant. And now I think it's $500 million, zero next. DeFi and RWA are built to rug just as NFTs and ICOs before them. There are some looking to be digital asset country. Good luck to the shitcoinery there. And again, thanks to Max for reposting today's stream. I love seeing crypto news alerts on Max's timeline. And a reminder, there is no second best. That's right. Bitcoin passes every weapons test, as you already know. And again, here's some more. This was recently published. Max Keiser suggests the U.S. should invest over 1 million Bitcoin to maintain the global dominance. That's right. His recommendation comes amid the growing concerns of China challenging the U.S. hegemony, much like how the Japanese manufacturing did in the 80s. Keiser believes that by adopting the BIDI, the U.S. can secure its position of the Internet of Money. Now, historically, economic dominance has shifted over the decades, with the U.S. regaining prominence in the 90s through the emergence of the Internet giants. Now, Keiser's proposal underscores the strategic importance of crypto investments in the current geopolitical landscape. Quoting Max here, 1980s, Japan threatens U.S. hegemony with manufacturing dominance. This ended when Internet titans recaptured the high ground in the 90s. Today, China threatens to topple the U.S. dominance. The solution, easy. It's for the U.S. to buy 1 million plus of the Bitcoin. Why not purchase 5 million and go all in, like the GigaChat proposes, and dominate the Internet of Money? And if you don't know, now you know. Let me know you agree, disagree with the high priest, Max Keiser. And shout out Max, and shout out Stacy. Shout out Bitcoin Country. Shout out Bukele. Reminder, tomorrow, Bitcoin Country President Bukele meets in the U.S. with the Trumpster, so you already know it's going down. And if you don't know, now you know. And welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We're going to premiere 2 brand new songs from Chandy here shortly. If you're ready, let me know if you're ready. Mom Spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface, Nippy looks calm and ready to drop bombs, and keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words don't come out. He's choking. How? Time's up. Over. Blow. Snap back to reality. Up. There goes Nippinator indicator. JB, what do you think of the taking the Trump so long to buy the million of the Bitcoin? Politics. I think we knew this from the start, that the state level would adopt Bitcoin prior to the nation state level, because it has to pass the Senate, it has to pass the Congress. And my understanding is he already established a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the digital asset stockpile, and he already signed the executive order. But in order for it to all pass, it still needs to get the nod from, my understanding is, Congress. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what we're waiting on. In a perfect world, he signed the executive order, buy the motherfucking Bitcoin. Buy all the Bitcoin available on the exchanges. Go directly to the miners and buy it over the counter. Whatever you got to do, Trumpster. Get your hands on the pretty little bitty. It's a matter of national security. Don't let the GigaChad be more powerful than the United States of America. Don't let North Korea, South Korea be more powerful. Don't let China and Russia be more powerful than the United States of America. Unless it's all by design, which it may be, as we continue to get played on the world stage. It's all a stage. It's all a game. I bet that cheese is just as moldy as all the fake gold in Knox. What cheese? Not yo keys, not yo cheese. Snap back to reality. There's Nippinator. Buy the Bit Bonds. DJ Wednesday. What it do? I'm feeling like Voltron. I'm just so on. Transformed to a great ape like Gohan. I'm so bomb. Yet I remain so calm. A Bitcoin Super Saiyan, so strong. This is Gohan versus Vegeta. Bitcoin is so long, like chasing the cheetah, or like Derek Jeter chasing the Mecha, the apex predator, the matrix defeater. Game on. Biddy bang bang. A wise man once said. He's playing the game, according to the VZ. It's best to go through the Congress versus the executive order. It makes it way harder for the next admin to repeal it. Craw craw. JB, tell DNA happy birthday. DNA, this fist bump is for you, broski. Happy birthday. I appreciate you celebrating it with us and the Bitcoin fam here at CNA. This gong strike is for you, broski. Happy birthday. Bye. Before Larry Stink buys it up. Fill up thy cup till thy cup filleth over. Preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. They want you to be poor. JV, F 'em up. Let me get my cup. Pro tip for all my gangsters out there. You put the coconut oil in the spray bottle. It's heavenly, ladies. It's amazing. So now I don't need to open up this huge container and grab a spoon, to like put it on my skin. Now I can just be like, whop, JV, mug. Pro tip for the broskies. A little cocoa oil. Anyways. Fight back, biddies. Buy thy Bitcoin. Are you guys ready? We're going to premiere the Bitcoin Army song Chandy created already a teaser, which has been going viral and blowing up on X. Make sure you guys are following Chandy. And feel free to drop the direct link to the new teaser video that goes alongside the song we're about to play called Bitcoin Army. And then we have a bonus song called You Can't Tariff Bitcoin. And I think you guys are going to dig it. And as we're listening to the music, I'll be reading comments and all that to keep you guys entertained. We've been sideways for months. Is what it is. Stack the biddy or die trying. Stack thy biddy or be unalive trying. Shout out Helen, where you been? Good to have you back. It's been a hot minute. What does that say? Chandigarh. Chandigarh? But yeah, Chandy 10. You guys ready? We're going to play Bitcoin Army. I'm going to check my X feed one more time, and then we'll play the music. Da doing doing. Join the crypto news alerts. Thank you, Boss33. Shout out Steve W. No correlation to George W. Just got to throw that out there. Trump's only card against Russia and China is buying 1 to 5 million of the biddy. Precisely. You heard it first. Repost, repost, repost. Or forever. 225 bear scenario, 1 million cycle peak. Says the Oracle. Gives you more time to stack the biddy. Autocorrect has changed my name. Oh my God. Is that what happened? So now when anytime I type in Chandy, it's going to say Chandigarh. Come on, iPhone. You can do better. I love Stacy. Stacy's the greatest. A-lister. #1 Bitcoin sister. I've been holding Bitcoin for 5 yeets. Wow, 5 yeets. That's a long time. All right. Enjoy the Bitcoin Army track. Brand new jammy jam. Chandy jam.
Attention, shut Bitcoin army, listen up. Huddle gang, rise up. We go left, 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 right, left. Bitcoin is the IQ test. They bound us in chains, we broke them with blocks. Ghosts of Satoshi pop the locks. Bitcoin goes going, 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 going.
From backwards to high rise, we found the flame. Mountain cities, tiny towns, forged together with the orange race.
I'm a member of the Huddle gang in the Bitcoin army.
A bull stacking sats, guarding calmly. Orange pilled, wearing biddy camel swagger. Roller coaster junkie with a BTC dagger. Came from the silence, woods knew my name.
Cabin on the edge, owls call me to my claim. Quartz in the rock, fire in my chest. Left, 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 right, left.
They can't decode what the spirit encrypted. No backdoor hack, no keys getting lifted.
Love this track. It's obviously an anthem. So this is the new biddy anthem, Bitcoin Army. Let's go.
Guard in the flame, can't break what's real. Bitcoin is truth, it's the winning hand, the real deal.
Dying, dying, Bitcoin army pushes BTC.
With a huddle gang, we rise, we ride. Bitcoin army, walk with pride. One by one, while the fiat crawls. March with fire, never stall.
One truth, one chain, we answer the call. Stacking sats with every breath. Left, 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 right, left.
Not for the banks, we're fighting to use our own money. We're bunkered down and ready when the system wants to FUD me.
Decentral mind can't trace this route. Even NSA can't figure me out.
They hedge with noise, we answer facts. While they chase pumps, we don't relax. We play chess like royalty, we're not pawns. Dragons light in the sky, orange in the digital dawn.
Fringe, we never flinched. This isn't a dream, no need to be pinched.
Rooster struts, dragon roars. Wolf wants in, owl keeps score. We see the grid and we don't forget.
Let's go. Brand new Chandy Jam, Bitcoin Army. Direct link in the chat.
Left, 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 right.
And FYI, if you can't find Chandy on YouTube, it's because she's currently not on YouTube. So make sure you support her over on X for the time being. Chandy 10 Music, direct link on the screen.
Undying, biddy soldiers march forward. Up, that's a Roger out. Right. Doing, 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 bitty soldiers march forward, up and down. Never gonna sell, we don't sell out, have no doubt. That's a Roger out.
FY, this is Bitcoin Army. Let me know what you think of the track. And there's another brand new track called You Can't Tariff Bitcoin. And we're going to play that one next. And I want you guys to tell me which one you like the most, which one's your favorite. So that was the new anthem, Bitcoin Army. And next, Can't Tariff Bitcoin. You guys ready? And this one's a long track. The next one's like 6 minutes or so. So I will be still reading comments in between the song. But you guys got to let me know your thoughts here. As Bitcoin's a correcting, Bitcoin's a slipping like the new... Bitcoin's a slipping like the new Scottie Pippen. Oh, man. Here you go. Enjoy. Can't Tariff the Biddy.
The Trump train biddy, pump. The POTUS said to chill, buy, don't sell. Cabbage hands folded, dump. Sat stackers feeling Luna, well. The Trump train goes chugga-lugga choo-choo.
Chugga-lugga choo-choo.
Bitcoin goes doing, 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 doing. A temporary sacrifice makes them yell. The sky is falling. Hodl gangsters smile and BTC rises like the Phoenix does. What's this tariff stress?
Yeah, I like this beat a lot. I just want to freestyle to it. It's good.
Oh no! Is it time to buy or sell? Just kidding, what a joke. I got the biddy, bro.
China gets smashed, no such thing as a Bitcoin crash.
China gets smashed. Ain't no such thing as a Bitcoin crash.
Such a yummy coin. Bitcoin knows what to do. It goes doing, 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 doing.
Shout out Jay Coleman. Bitcoin is just closing the CME gap. Excellent. That's right. We're about to get the weekly candle close in like 20 minutes. Bring it. We're jamming out to Chandy's brand new song, Can't Tariff Bitcoin. You guys let me know your thoughts. Let's go.
You can put a tariff on cars. Bitcoin maxis feel no scars. Weak hands gonna moan and groan. You can slap one on China iPhones. Hodl, it's a dip. Don't be a dip selling on the dip. But you can't tariff Bitcoin. Doing, doing, doing. You can't ship your gold for the goods. You can't clear a check in the woods. You can't wait 4 days while the network lags. We're lightning fast while the old system drags. Tariffs on steel, on tech, on toys. Tariffs ain't touching our digital gold.
Let's go. I'm losing track of which Chandy songs I like the best. She releases great songs like every hour. Exactly. So many. It's like so many classics and legendary songs, and we get new ones all the time. So we're so appreciative to her music. The video is going to be mostly news clips. To this one I'm putting on X. They release stuff tomorrow. Too big. Oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow should be brand new footage of Bukele and Trump. Good point.
We're poised. We don't listen to FUD, no noise.
Tariffs on the pretty little bitty, sailor said.
Nope.
Not so. Bitcoin is perfect like that. So dope, dope, dope. Bitcoin moves when the bankers break down. Golden masked men looking like clowns.
You can't tariff Bitcoin.
You can't stop Bitcoin. You can't stop Bitcoin. You can't slow Bitcoin.
We're already gone.
Already left the rocket station. Dragon flame style by Felicia to your printer inflation. We went long. We huddle strong. Strike that Vaughn.
You tell me to strike the gong? Broskies, hit the bong. This is your opportunity.
That's USA future economic gain. It can't beat perfect money. We already won this game. Lava fire runs in our veins. Trump train arrived as expected, armed with the orange flame. Choo choo choo. Who's feeling the pain? The elite asset will be left unstained.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin president knows his game.
Bukele, Trump and BTC lead. Stack sats, take heed. Bitcoin presidents feel no shame. They know their game. Have some faith. Chill. and keep your stake. Hodl gang, do what you do. We're perfect money fame. The global economy needs rocket-fueled currency, but minds that stay woke lack urgency. High IQ thinkers push orange, think that's funny. They're teaching the truth, Bitcoin is perfect money. While the rest freeze up and stall, Bitcoin's gonna outlast them all. It's an angel in the orange lifeboat. It's a bitty lifesaver, just reach out and take the rope. Speed up, the looking up, the waking up. This ain't a maybe, this is a shake-up.
BT
Shake up. We're breaking up that fiat monopoly. Welcome everyone to the stream Q&A segment. 1,900 people here from all over the world. Jamming out, premiering brand new Chandy Jam. Can't Tariff. The pretty little bitty going up forever, Laura. The Long Ride. Just shared your feed on my channels, YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, fixing in for the long bros. Appreciate that. Let's go.
See you looking strong in a so-called market crash. Satoshi's team chuckles, seed phrases, impregnable stash.
GDP, that's cute, watch this. We're rebels with a cause and diamond hand fists. We offer no apology, no fake confession. This is not a recession, it's succession.
This is not a recession, it's succession. Bars.
Manifestation, destination, and angelic creation. No, hey, goodbye. Starvation, inflation, exploitation, desperation, devaluation.
Tax, what? Tariff this?
I no, don't think so, bruh.
We were built to go.
I think they say the phrase from doing. You can't tariff Bitcoin. You can't stop Bitcoin. You can't slow Bitcoin. We're already gone. Already left the rocket station.
And talk about a blackjack. We do got 21 hearts on the X feed, 26 reposts. So I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us, hacking the algorithm, and raising consciousness one gong strike at a time.
Flame style, by Felicia. To your printer inflation. We went long, we hodl strong. Tariffs, that's USA, future economic gain. It can't be perfect money, we already won this game. Lava fire runs in our veins. Trump train arrived as expected, armed with the orange flame. Who's feeling the pain? The elite asset will be left unstained. Bitcoin president knows his game.
Bitcoin presidents feel no shame. They know their game. Have some faith. Hodl tight, be part of the hodl gang.
Hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang.
Do what you do or perfect money fame.
Bitcoin moves when the bankers break down, trying to stop our bitty touchdown. Fiat's making L's while we ring the church
Touchdown! The eagle has landed. I repeat, the eagle has landed.
bell. Hope. We were gifted by God, a hat trick, not a hat trick. Tip your hat and nod. This ain't the Matrix. This is a Matrix fix. We make M's and watch the L's go. Did-did-im.
Yikes, getting dark over there.
We went long, we hodl strong. They chase trends, we've been right all along. BTC's a digital storm, I've got a migraine. The hodl gang stacks tight.
Bitcoin royalty gonna reign. Limp, wimp, not fit for a chimp. We are proof of work. Puppeteers looking like wannabe pimps with a limp. Don't blame us for acting or being prophetic. While you beg the Fed, we stayed unapologetic. The bitty energy, it's better than kinetic. Code so clean, it's spiritually symmetric.
Pricing doing. BTC's in the passing lane. Fiat stay in your lane. Price in the 80 G's. Yeah, that's your sign to get it. You won't have to ask twice.
Just buy it, just get it.
BTC is sovereign. Hodlers like solving problems.
You can't tariff Bitcoin.
Oh,
Tariff that, lizard folk. Best of luck.
love the pretty Bitcoin.
Roger out.
That beat is sick. I love that song. This song, so good. Let me know your thoughts on Can't Tariff Bitcoin and Bitcoin Army. Which one do you like more? And what's your feedback? I want to read these comments out loud. Again, welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the stream. Let's go. can't tariff the biddy. I dare you to. I double dog dare you to, motherfuckers. Want to tariff the biddy? Good luck. You're going to need it. Mantra Om, the same as Terra Luna in the last cycle. There's the confirmation of the bear market. Altcoins are going to hell. Back where they belong. Pretty much. Good point there. Come on now, baby. Twisted. Insane Infinity, eh? I can't see the video with that song. Can't wait to see the video. Oh, yeah. Of course. JV, I think your workout are when you stream live. Pretty much. I mean, I work out the biceps. The big cup. It's a heavy cup. I do that about 10,000 times. I get a nice bicep. But yeah, definitely my energy goes up streaming. I get pretty excited when a lot of people are on. Right now, there's close to 2,000, I guess. So, and especially when I play Chandy Jams. Jeez Louise, I can't contain myself. The music speaks through my body. I don't hit. It hits all by itself. Quoting Bruce Lee. Turbo speed. Try to rap that. Play Pick Your Poison by Twisted Insane. Crazy Insane or Insane Crazy? Read your last comment. Yeah, let me see what I missed here. Someone just sent me a text from Florida. They said that some of the crew chiefs are spraying chemtrails, have been arrested. About time. Did they finally make chemtrails illegal? I didn't realize that. But yeah, being someone from Florida, amongst the worst I've ever seen it was living in Florida. Every day, crisscross, obvious chemtrails, not contrails, because they linger and expand in the air, and it's toxic chemicals to pollute our air that we breathe and our soil. There's chemicals like aluminum, barium, and other things that are toxic for the humans. And did you see sometimes they forget and they turn on the chemtrails before they take off? It's disgusting. If you're a pilot spraying chemtrails and you've sold your soul for a paycheck, go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say. They should be held liable, one way or the other. You want to hear you want to hear real rap? Well, I think we can all define real rap a little differently. That's your real rap. I got to go down from practicing hard. I played the tic-tac-toe. Who played tic-tac? Oh, yeah, the chemtrail drive. Yeah, pilots, unfortunately. Jay Coleman, welcome, brother. Yeah, I don't see many chemtrails here, but in Florida, man, it was the worst. Like, bad. I was, like, kind of shocked. If you haven't heard of him, he does the best there is. Oh, wow. The best, the greatest, the GOAT. They're starting to arrest them. That's a fantastic thing. It only took them, how long have we been having chemtrails? I mean, at least 10, 15 years I've been witnessing them, practically sooner than that, and I just didn't know about it yet. But okay, after a decade of poisoning us every day and our stagnant atmosphere, which is not spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, it just lingers and basically gets worse and worse, I think it's time we stop that. If the Earth was spinning, the chemtrail would just dissipate instantaneously due to the speeds. But because we're stationary and God created the Earth to where it cannot move and it's impossible to move, the chemtrails fucking linger and they poison the air you breathe. Welcome to America. America. I will survive. DeSantis passed the law to stop. Well, shout out DeSantis on that one. Good luck. Better late than never. I mean, people retired Florida, it's mostly old people. They're going to die anyways. We don't need to put them in hospice sooner than they need to be there. Come on now, guys. Good day, JV. Shout out, Ethan. JV, did you say we're having a million party at your place? No, I did not say that. My place, I don't think I'm going to be throwing any parties. I don't know. Are you guys holding close to each other? I know you said you were close to MIL. Takes time, no specific time. I know. It's so freaking hard. No, we may have a like another get together at 1.1 million. I'm pretty sure we'll do something. I mean, how can I not? That's my number right there. But it's not going to be at my house. I highly doubt that, unless I buy a brand new house that's like way bigger than this one, which I doubt I'll do. So I learned my lesson using Bitcoin to buy this house, which the lesson was don't buy any more houses, JV. That was the lesson. So if I don't learn my lesson, maybe I'll spend more Bitcoin and buy another house. But I doubt it. 1.1 million party in El Salvador. We'll definitely be partying in El Salvador. I guarantee you there will be parties, a lot of parties at 1 million. And I plan on going to El Salvador every year. It may be my second home. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to be attending next year in January to the Max and Stacy Invitational. Old school jamming OGs. Let's do it a New Year's party, because that's when it's going to be 1 million, baby. 1 million party. Party. We may have to do a round 2 at 100K Fiesta just because we're back at 8. We went back. We hit 100K, 109, all-time high. Hey, it's great. And then we dumped to 74. So considering that, we may have to do round 2 at a Fiesta. Just saying. You never know. You can't take my music out of my soul. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to buy another house. Pretty much. Probably the stupidest investment. If you already own your house or you have one house, that's enough. Not the best investment. This house I didn't buy it for an investment. I don't give a shit. If it goes up, I think it's up about 200 grand in 3 years, but it was not bought as an investment. Obviously, the Bitcoin outperformed the house, as it always will, but this is just because I need a motherfucking place to live. So, can't live in my car. I mean, I can, but I'm not that crazy. JV, I feel you. I've always wanted to be a rapper. Yeah, I always wanted to be a rapper honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, a Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard, hitting them up faster than the Bitcoin panda. They can't touch me with their shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bro? Let me know. I'm the soul in my music, and the music is in my soul. I can't switch it up. Take my music like music I love to listen to for me, and I will pout biggie time. I'm still here in my head. Exactly. Never take away Chandy's music or her vape, or she might unalive you. There's a pro tip. I bought my house to stop the bleeding. What is that? 1.1 trillion. And who says the zero has no value? Yeah, as long as the zero's proceeding the 1, it's plenty of value. Subscribe to No One Day to Bitcoin channel. Unfortunately, that channel has been deleted. I have to update Streamlabs. So if you want to support Chandy, I strongly encourage you to follow her on X and hit the repost button, repost her content, comment, quote, let's hack that algorithm. Let's blow up her X account. I live in my dog house. Who let the dogs out? About once a month for the day. Speaking of the dog house, I don't know where the Nippinator dispersed to. Oh, I was going to say he's always in the room with me, and I spotted him. Nippinator! It's like, hey, I was napping, JV. No napping on the clock. You got to clock out, Nip. You're getting paid right now, bro. Exactly. We spotted him. Well, now we know where he is. Nippinator's here. He was taking a nice resty rest. It's fucking hot, bro. Puerto Rico is hot. We went for a nice long walk. Extreme. Like when the sun's out right now, you can see the sun even in my eyes. There's a reason I'm rocking the shades. I don't want to be squinting like Larry Finken. You know what I mean? Can't be squinting like Larry Finken. So we keep the shades on to protect you guys from the laser eyes. Nippinator, of course. Nippinator indicators. Anything new, Nip? Channel Satoshi or something? Just wants to be pet. Nippinator. But yeah. Guess I'm part dog, Nippinator. Where's the nip? Do you have your daughters? That's probably why you bought a nice home. Exactly. Main reason I bought my home is so that my daughter had a house she can always call hers. And I'd like to give this house to my daughter and hold on to it. So yeah, that's pretty much why. I did almost unalive JV. But he wanted my speaker quieter after like 2 a.m. every night. I wonder why. Well, I can't go to sleep when the speaker's blasting. It's precisely why. There's a 2 a.m. cutoff time with the music at my house. Yeah, Chandy loves rap. One of her favorite rappers is Eminem. I know this for a fact. JV, with Bitcoin going up, do you believe in using it to buy assets later in time to secure wealth, or just in case it tanks, you have some security? I have to reread that. Bitcoin going up, do you believe in using it to buy assets? Well, in my opinion, no other asset as far as an investment is superior. There's a reason we call Bitcoin the apex predator. So as an investment, Bitcoin's the best. It's everything. It's the only thing. It's the apex predator. If you need to acquire assets just because there's a use case in them, then like a real estate, you need somewhere to live, then acquire what you need to acquire. But as far as a store of value or an investment, clearly, Bitcoin, there's no competition. There's no second best. JV never tried to take my vape. To be very fair, I lost it every 5 seconds, basically. Well, I think at one point you had 5 or 10 vapes at my house, just in case you misplaced one of them. But we figured it out. All is good. Bitcoin hitting 120 in May. When you got time, I want to listen to Outmac. How do I pronounce that? Oh, Luigi? Twisted Insane. Tell me what you think. Eminem is the rap god. Rap god. Slapbox. Next Sailor Party, I want to see you there. Were you at the Sailor Party then? Chandy, that's why. Yeah, many of the backup metal something garden. The doing. Eminem got a video. Twisted Insane. I borrowed against my Bitcoin to buy MSTY, using those dividends to buy the biddy. Check it out, fam. It just keeps on giving. Twisted Insane. Lost my brand new. Don't have a clue where it is. What'd you lose? When I'm in the doghouse, I'm a Doberman, in case you were wondering. Shout out all my Dobies, European Dobies. I used to have a European Dobie named Ramses. He was not to be fucked with, by the way. No one fucked with Ramses. Not even Nippinator. He knew better. Twisted is faster and harder. Gotta go, fam. Well, appreciate you tuned in, Oracle. Shout out to the Biddy fam. Holding it down. We'll go about a pound. Eminem is my fave for sure. Yes, Shandy loves Eminem. That's one of the things we have in common. Both M fans. I mean, I grew up listening to Eminem, so Eminem I like, but I gotta be honest, once you listen to Twisted, you'll know why I say it. What genre is Kanye? He has one song I really like. It's really, really good. I know which one that is. He's definitely hip-hop, dear. Kanye is hip-hop. Very unique, I would say, but definitely hip-hop. I am surprised with so many millionaires globally, they have not tried to purchase the majority of the biddy. It goes to show you that most people are retarded, including millionaires. So how cool does it feel to know your intelligence and IQ level is way higher than the current millionaires who own 0 Bitcoin? Give yourself a round of applause. Let's go. Twisted and ludicrous. Luda. Eminem's amazing. So please don't mention Drake. Oh, I won't mention Drake. He's been on a live by Kendrick. Speaking of Drake, this is what comes to my mind. Dot fucked him up. Then that little one song that is the hip hop. My favorite rapper currently is rest in peace Mac Miller. Love Mac Miller. I always jam out to his old music from like 10, 12 years ago. Usually the playlist I'll listen to has got a lot of Mac Miller in it. Still one of my current favorites. Of course, I love Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Named Nippinator after the late, great Nipsey Hussle, of course. I love Kendrick. I mean, sorry, Drake. But that's that. And every once in a while, we play a little bubble.
Pump, 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 pump it up.
Yeah, Biggie was incredible. Absolutely considered by some still the greatest to ever do it, the king. Now, something unfortunate was all the music videos back then, because Diddy was involved, there were transgenders who were the featured women. So all the featured women in that era of music videos were always men pretending to be women, including in all the Biggie music videos. Unfortunately, I don't know if we were to blame Diddy for that, but not a good look. The transgender gender is really real, especially in hip-hop. And I'm sure you guys figured out Tupac was gay and was acting as a straight thug, for lack of a better word. I'm sure you guys saw his interview when he was in high school at 17, and he spoke like this. Oh my God, it's Tupac Shakur. I'm sure you saw it. I can't be the only one who saw that. Whatever happened to Diddy? Oh, yeah. So Diddy is in a facility, from my understanding, in Brooklyn. He was sharing the same facility as Bankman-Fried, and Bankman-Fried just got switched out to a different facility since doing the recent interview with Tucker Carlson. I love Mac Miller. You can wear my hat. Just make sure you give it back. Yeah, he's amazing. Love Mac Miller. Whatever happened to Diddy? We don't care about Diddy. Good. I mean, kudos to Mace for walking away a long time ago from Diddy. Remember, it was always Mace and Diddy, and then Mace found God, and he's like, I get the fuck away from Diddy. Back before he became Diddy, back when he was still the Puff Daddy. You know what I mean? He was doining the Justin Biebers of the world. Here's another one, Infinity. Wow, didn't know trans thing. I'll erase those 16. Yeah, I just stopped listening to that era as well. The transgender agenda, like every single music video directed by Hype Williams. He was one of the top tier hip hop and R&B music video producers. They all had the transgenderism in them. Hence why they were the go-to. Oh, you got a rap video. Make sure it's Hype Williams so we can put the gay transgender in there and make all the boys believe that the hot chick they're whopping is really a man. Sorry, guys, we tricked you. I just started really liking Snoop. His new album, wow, I didn't even hear his new album. Yeah, I used to listen to Snoop back when like Doggy Style was a thing. Chandy, I'm saying listen to it when you get time. He thinks it's better, right? I don't know. Sitting at the soccer game, ice cream truck in the subdivision across the field, not coming to the field, lame. Chase him down. Unacceptable, ice cream man. We'll put you out of business. No one can rap faster than Twisted. You mean Twisted raps faster than Busy Bone? Too much estrogen in the tap water, turning the frogs gay, creating all these transgenders. That's why we don't sip the tap water, including Nippinator. Nip knows better. One time he sipped the tap water and he started doing gay things like humping other dogs, male dogs. I'm like, Nippinator, no more tap water for you, brother. He drinks the bottled water, alkalized water, same as JV. I don't want Nippinator to turn gay. I mean, my brother visited, he started humping his leg. I'm like, Nippinator, no more tap water. Please. It's bad enough the frogs are gay. For Christ's sake. Cancel the cancel, the cancel, the cancel. I think Snoop said in the Economic Club interview that he was going into jazz. Probably a good look. Hey, what is he, 90? It's a good age to get into jazz. They'll never get the Grammy. Snoop's new album is called Missionary. Wow, so he went from Doggy Style to Missionary. He's grown up. My favorite is also the Missionary. I was never really a big fan of the Doggy Style, as much as I appreciate dogs. I'm old school. Oh, man. Okay, where are we at here? You guys, get your minds out of the gutter, please. Totally unacceptable. Oh, my God. Shout out Sophia. Appreciate you. Hodla man. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Model, model, models. The shape of a water bottle versus the avocado. Oh, man. No Diddy parties for me. Good. Now, if I got invited to the Diddy party, I'd bring the GoPro. Expose all those treacherous bastards in a live stream. They know better to invite me. I'll GoPro that motherfucker up. Be like, I want to go to the secret room. I need a massage. Can you rub some of that baby oil on me, Big Daddy? He'll be like, sure, JV. I got you, big dog. Just relax. Here's the baby oil. I'd be like, busted, motherfucker. Caught you red-handed, didn't I? Hand in the cookie jar. Going back to prison. But thank God he's already in prison. I don't got to bust him. But if I had to go undercover, I go undercover. On some Donnie Brasco. You feel what I'm saying? It's a fugazi, Donnie. It's a fucking fugazi. Forget about it. It's a fucking fugazi. If you got skills, go on Freaky Friday. What in the Eminem song I just heard when you said, man, something, man. On Twisted Insane, Friday Brain Drain with Judge. I bet it was Superman. I do know one thing. Yeah, I know that song. I do know one thing, though. Bitches, they come, they go. Saturday to Monday, Sunday. Sunday to Sunday, yeah. Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll someday grow. Till then, just hit your drunk ass on that fucking runway. I can be your Superman. Your Superman. Don't get me wrong. Everybody goes, we'll be friends. I'll call you again. I'll chase you around every bar you attend. Never know what kind of car I'll be in. See how much you'll be partying then. You don't want that. Neither do I. I don't want to flip when I see you with guys. Too much pride between you and I. Not a jealous man, but females lie. But I guess that's just what us do. How could it ever be just us two? I never loved you enough to you. I do know one thing, though. Nipsters, they come, they go. Saturday to Sunday, Monday. Monday to Sunday, yo. I love that tattoo. What's that say? Rotten pieces. That's great. First of all, you don't know Marshall at all, so don't grow partial. That's ammo for my arsenal. I'll slap you off that bar stool. Leave hands all across you. Good morning, Waldy. You must be gone off that liquor bottle. You want what you can have. Ooh, girl, that's too damn bad. Don't touch what you can't grab. End up with two backhands. Put anthrax on a Tampax and slap you till you can't stand. Classics. Okay, man. Anyways, I'm ranting here. I'm in rapper mode. Nippinator's ready to go for another walk here. Aren't you, Nippinator? So I appreciate y'all. Make it a great day. Tomorrow is big day again. Bukele is visiting the Trumpster. I take it'll be at the White House. I'm sure it's going to be lit. Hopefully we get some very bullish news. Hopefully they discuss taking over the world as Bitcoin presidents. But you already know. Greatly appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow. Same bit time. Same bit channel. JV out.
They not like us. They not like us.
They sure are not like us. And we're not like them. And I do intend to end the stream, but I totally just messed up hitting the wrong button. I do know one thing, though. Biddies, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday. Monday through Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll stack that biddy one day. Maybe they'll some.